Hello everybody, it's Mike Andrew, once again providing a short video with practical insights as it applies to business and leadership. My last video I talked about the relationship or correlation between talent management and shareholder value, because a huge part of shareholder value today is determined by the intangible assets of a company, much of which is human capital or the talent. I want to build off the notion of talent. I think the word talent is sort of a misleading word, as if people are born with this natural ability, natural talent. I understand the thinking behind it, but I want to give you a different perspective. It's also related to the notion of how many times have you had people ask you, do you think leaders are made or born? I mean, forget that question. I think it's a ridiculous question. I understand why people ask it, but it's a ridiculous question. Of course, leaders can be made as long as they want to. And it's the result of developing skills and developing certain habits that enable you to be viewed as talent. Let me give you a couple examples. I remember I once referenced a book called Talent is Overrated by Jeff Colvin. Talent is overrated. And what the book says is, talent is all about hard work. And he gave examples in the book about Mozart. Mozart, he just didn't start playing the piano at 3 or 4 years old. His father was a very accomplished musician who drove Mozart. What was natural for Mozart is he loved it. He loved the music. So he allowed himself he wanted to keep practicing and practicing. Who knows how many millions of repetitions to practice. Deliberate practice is what they call it in the book. Tiger Woods was another example in the book. His father was an avid golfer who drove Tiger to play golf. What was natural for Tiger is he loved golf. He loved the sport. So for years and day after day, focus, deliberate practice, repetitions. If you allow me to talk about myself, I don't like to talk about myself much, but when I was young, growing up, my whole life was all about athletics, was all about sports. And I played a couple of sports, one of which was baseball. And I would hear nice things about compliments being paid to me about my talent or being natural. You know what it was? I was doing some calculations the other day, prepping for this video. Over a 25-year period, I probably did 400,000 to 500,000, maybe more repetitions of catching ground balls against the wall, catching ground balls, playing catch with somebody else, and formal practice. 400,000 to 500,000 repetitions. If any of us do anything 400 to 500 or more times, we're going to look pretty good. We're going to look natural, and we're going to be viewed as talent. And that's really what it came down to. It came down to hard work. But it wasn't hard work. It was something I enjoyed. I loved it. So it's the same thing in business. In business, leaders, if they focus on the simple things that they can control, they eventually are viewed as talent. I'm going to pull up my whiteboard and show you what I mean. Okay? Look at these things. These things do not require talent. Work ethic, effort, energy, attitude. I always say I'll take attitude over aptitude any day. Having passion, being coachable, doing that little bit of extra. Being prepared for a meeting, stepping up, taking the lead, and practice until things become a habit in the workplace. And then what happens is people say, she's very talented, she's a talent, he's a talent. It's all because of the result, I think, of things that we can control. We control all those things. So it doesn't take talent to do that, but when you do that, I think it drives talent. So that's the point I wanted to make today, that we all have the ability in the workplace, if we want to be a leader, to develop those habits to make yourself a leader. Or if you want to excel in your field, you don't have to be a leader, you can excel in your field and practice, doing all those things to keep excelling in your field, and then people are going to say, he's a talent, she's a talent, he or she's the best in that area. It's all hard work, but it may not be as hard work for you if you enjoy what you're doing. If I ever worked in engineering, I wouldn't be able to do those things because I wouldn't have the interest. So I wouldn't be able to work those extra hours and work hard and practice and learn. But, you know, it's, when you mix what you enjoy doing, with doing these things that you can control, all these things that you can control, okay? Then, in the end, people are gonna say, he's really a good talent, or she's a good talent. That's what it is. Thank you for listening. As always, I encourage, if you like it, your thumbs up, even your comments. I read and try to respond to every comment. And remember, I have a YouTube channel where I have up to, I think it's 30 videos. You can go through and watch any of the videos. And the YouTube channel is Michael F. Andrew. Michael F. Andrew. Thank you all again. We'll see you next time.